Hey guys, Eitan, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little different. Let's talk. So if you've been following me on Instagram, then you know that last week when I flew back from Israel here to America, Iceland's airport did the unspeakable. So we went through Israeli TSA and my chutneys that I bought from Israel that you can't find here in America, kosher, went through totally fine. So we go on the plane, have fun, like a 7-hour flight. I don't know how fun that was. We go through and then we get to Iceland, thinking we're just going to go from one plane to another because we're just on a stopover, and then they make us go through TSA, and their TSA took away everything. They took away my chutney, they took away our peanut butter, they took away everything, and I was not having that. So here's a clip I'll insert right now that you guys can see from my story about how annoyed I was that they took my chutney. Hi guys, okay, so I'm right now in Iceland, as you saw in my last story, and we went through TSA, and they stopped one of our bags because of my chutneys. My chutneys are not liquid, they are chutney. So they took away like 3 chutneys I bought. Also, like if they wanted to like open it up, look in it, even try the chutney, I don't care. Just give it to me. And now I know some Icelandic person is gonna have my chutney, they're gonna take it home and enjoy it, and I'm not gonna be able to enjoy it, so yeah. Also, disclaimer before I get 100 messages from concerned moms, yes, TSA is a good thing, I support it. Just they shouldn't take away people's chutneys. Okay, so you can clearly see I was like really annoyed. So I figured to get back at you, Iceland's TSA, I'm gonna just make my own chutney. Literally like the day after I got home, I leave on a Sunday. That Monday, I immediately ran to the store, got myself a bunch of mangoes, and just learned how to make my own mango chutney because I just couldn't get over the devastation that it was that they took away my chutney. So Iceland's TSA, this one's for you because whoever in Iceland is now enjoying my chutney, I'm not enjoying it. So I'm enjoying my own chutney. Okay, thank you for listening to my rant. Let's start the recipe. So over here, as you see, I have a ton of mangoes. And what we're gonna do is we're going to cut around the pit. Here we go. Okay, so let's cut off the sides. Okay, so now that we have our 4 pieces of the mango, what you're going to do is it's called scoring it. So you don't want to cut all the way through the skin, but you're going to make cuts like this, not going all the way through again, just cutting the flesh, then cut the opposite way. Okay, so now what we can do is we're just going to grab a big spoon, and look what this allows us to do. I'm just going to take this spoon, go across the skin of the mango, and then when you pop it out, look at that. It's already just diced. This is literally the easiest way to cut mango. Just scoop it all out. And look at that. You literally get to use every single bit of the mango, and then you have it already chopped, perfectly sized for you. So we're just going to repeat the steps with the rest of our mangoes. So just cross cuts, then the other way, and scoop it out, and it's chopped. It is literally that easy. So right now, I'm gonna go finish doing this with the rest of my mangoes, and then we'll start cooking the chutney. Okay, so I've now cut up all of our mango. We're gonna set this aside because what we're gonna do right now is going to grate up our ginger and garlic. That is literally the bulk of the work. Now, all we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here to our stovetop, and I'm gonna put it on a medium-high heat. And to this, we're gonna add in first our mango. Look at all that beautiful mango. Oh my God, I love that color. Let's get that last one in there. There we go. Then we are going to go in there with our ginger and garlic that we just grated up. Get every last bit. Then we're gonna go in there with 2 cups of water. Basically just enough water to cover all of the mango. And now is the spices. This is the part that really gives it an amazing flavor. So we're gonna first go in there with a stick of cinnamon. We're gonna go in there with some cardamom pods, but we're gonna quickly crush them in the mortar and pestle just to break out some of those inner pieces and really like release some more flavor. And then we are then gonna pour this straight into here. And don't worry, these big spices we're gonna take out before we actually eat it. Then we're gonna go in there with some coriander seeds, some cumin seeds. And finally, we're gonna go in there with some cloves. Again, these are pretty big, so we're gonna take them out before we eat it. All right, and that is it. So let's just grab ourselves a spoon, mix this all together, and we are now gonna let this come to a boil, and we're gonna let it boil for about 10 minutes, and what's gonna happen is the mango is really gonna cook down. You're gonna see it's gonna lose some of its color, but all that sugar in there is gonna start to caramelize and just become so delicious, and then we're gonna add in the rest of the ingredients. Okay, this looks really great. As you can see, the water has really cooked down, the mango's really softened, and now we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. So right over here I have a lot of brown sugar. This is really gonna be kind of like the base of the chutney next to the mango. Then over here we're gonna add in some white vinegar. This is what really gives the chutney its like signature acidity. Add this in. Then finally, this step is optional, but I really love it. I like to add in 1 whole dried chili. What this will do is instead of like adding in like a chili powder, which will incorporate it with everything, this will just seep some of its amazing flavor and spice into it that's really subtle. So it does not make it spicy at all, just adds in that touch of flavor that I think takes it to a whole other level. If you're like scared of spice, you can leave it out, but put it in, I'm telling you. All right, we're gonna add that in. Now mix it all up. Okay, this looks great. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this boil for about an hour to an hour and a half until all the liquids cook down, turns into like a jelly-like consistency. The mango cooks down, gets nice and soft, and it's just gonna be absolutely delicious. Okay, so our chutney cooked down, and then what I did is I removed all the big spices, like the cinnamon, the chili, the cloves, the cardamom, removed all those out. And right over here I have it right in a mason jar, which I think is the best way to store it because it's like super clean, looks really good. So this is the best way to store it. Put it in my mason jar, put it in the fridge, and let it completely cool. Right now, as you can see on the outside, it's nice and cold. And let's just open it up. And check that out. And the way you know it's the right consistency, see how thick that is? It's like a jelly. So, all right, I can already say before I taste it, take that, Iceland's TSA. I made my own chutney. I don't need the chutney that you stole from me. I made it on my own. Okay, so also what I have over here is this, the TSA didn't take away from me, luckily. This is some papadum that I just fried up in some oil. Literally takes like 20 seconds. It's delicious with this. So I have some right over here, and let's just spoon out some of that chutney. I mean, look how amazing that looks. Let's put it on here. Oh my gosh, this looks absolutely delicious. And let's grab a nice piece of our papadum, and we're just gonna spoon a bunch of this chutney on here. You wanna get a lot of it. Oh my God, that looks so good. Also, the smell is absolutely incredible. Like seriously, when you make this, also smell it. It's like a whole experience. Okay, and now last thing to do is just dig in and enjoy this chutney. Okay, let's talk about this chutney. It is the perfect balance of sweet, savory, and sour. Then, like, it kind of has this undertone, just amazing flavor of all the spices. You get like the hints of the chili, the cumin, the cinnamon we put in, the cloves, the cardamom. It all just gives like a nice finishing to it that when spread on some papadum or with some naan bread or with really anything, it is just absolutely delicious. Even on toast, it would probably be good. So I would say this was a big success. Even though, as you saw, I got super annoyed about TSA take away my chutney. You know what I did? I just took this as an opportunity to teach myself how to make my own chutney. All right, we're not going to turn this into a whole inspirational chutney video because it doesn't need to go there. But I think it's a good way to look on life. So this was super cool. If you want to learn how to make your own chutney, the link to the recipe is in the description box below. Also, I want to hear from you. Comment below, what is your craziest TSA story? Like, what have they taken from you? I know when I post this on Instagram, tons of people were sending me their messages about like stories, what TSA took away, and I found it so interesting. So comment down below. I want to hear from you. Also, if you like mango chutney or you agree with me that it's ridiculous that TSA took away my mango chutney, hit that like button. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button so you'll be the first to know when I post new videos. Okay, I'm going to go now because I want to go savor all this chutney and just laugh in TSA's face. All right, bye.